I was interested in a comment which I heard the other day, which said that the West's idea that the individual is sovereign over the group, in other words, the group can't overrule the individual, is the greatest idea of mankind. And he said, I truly believe that. And I think it's metaphorically and literally true. And I think that if you don't treat yourself that way, and you don't treat everyone else around you that way, then, and if you don't base your society on that law and that rule that the individual is sovereign over the rest, then all hell breaks out, and very, very rapidly. That was a comment by Jordan Peterson, and I think he's absolutely right when he says this is a fundamental and one of the greatest ideas of Western civilization, that human beings are to be considered as important and sovereign individuals, and that they're not expendable to the needs of the group. And yet that's exactly the kind of view which is changing today. It's that fundamental pillar or bedrock of Western civilization which is being pushed to one side or toppled over. You see it particularly these days in the desire for vaccine mandates, the idea that everybody must be vaccinated because the group demanded to be so. It first occurred, or first was spoken of, in Austria, and they are planning to introduce a vaccine mandate for those people not yet vaccinated by February 2022, with seemingly unlimited fines for those people who still refuse to comply. Greece has now introduced the same idea, and also America too. And they, with Biden's approach to the workforce, they will have to be mandatedly vaccinated or else they can't work anymore. However, the most recent indication was from the president of the EU, who has only, I think it was today, said that all the EU partners, countries need to work together to do exactly the same thing, and we need to start thinking about introducing a vaccine mandate, a compulsory vaccination for everybody in every country in the EU. Britain, of course, the UK, where I am, is not in that situation at the moment, but if the EU goes that way, I'm pretty sure that things will follow the same route. And here we find this is where Jordan Peterson's idea that this individual needs to be sovereign over the group is cast to one side. Once you start going down that pathway, that the group can decide to do what they like with the individual, can enforce this or enforce that idea over the individual, then suddenly you've lost all individual freedom. Suddenly everything can be sacrificed. And then we'll find, as we're starting to find already, that we're going to go down a very dark road indeed. In fact, a country rather like Austria should know about that better than probably any other country, because that country has been down that road and found itself following the leads of a dictator who quite happily put individuals, particularly Jewish individuals, made them expendable to the needs of the group at the time. And it's very surprising, perhaps it shouldn't be, but it is very surprising that the country which has suffered the most and implemented and should have learnt the most from losing that fundamental principle is the one that wants to remove it first. Austria should know better than any other European country that you can't sacrifice the individual to the needs of the group, because then the darkness of that road is very dark indeed.